What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be breaking Captain Marvel down in full. I'm going to kind of quickly go through the movie, so it's going to be loaded with spoilers, and we're also going to talk about the post-credits scene and how it ties into Endgame. So if you don't want to hear about any of this stuff, then go ahead and stop watching now, because we are going to talk about specific moments in the movie and the post-credits. So, moving along. The movie starts with Brie Larson and Jude Law. Brie's already kind of an established character at this moment. She has some power. She's been a part of the Kree for 6 years, and it wakes up from a dream. It's the same dream she always has, but she can never quite piece together what happened in her past. She doesn't remember it, and she goes to Rog, and that's Jude Law, and tells him about it. And he's kind of her mentor, her teacher, explains the dreams, and he tells her, don't focus on the dreams. They're probably meaningless. One day we'll figure it out together, but right now all it does is cause you to be emotional, and emotions in battle are a weakness. So then she goes and speaks to the artificial intelligence leader of the Kree. Now, it works kind of like, I don't know if you guys have read Heroes in Crisis, that DC storyline going on right now. It's whoever you see, whoever your hero is, whoever it is that you're constantly thinking about, or, you know, however your brain works. Be like if I thought about my brother every day. That's the person that would be portrayed. So Annette Bening shows up, and Annette Bening is in her dreams every night, but she has no idea who she is. And she shows up and tells her kind of the same thing Rog does. Don't worry about all this stuff. Just focus on your training. Focus on the fact that you're a part of the Kree, and we've made you better in every way, and you're going to help us defeat our mortal enemy, the Skrulls. So she starts on her first mission with Star Force, ends up actually getting captured by the Skrulls. Ben Mendelsohn is their leader, Talos, and he did an incredible job with the character. It's not necessarily he's torturing her. He hooks her up to this machine, and he's trying to dig into her memories. So whatever she's also trying to unlock, he's also trying to unlock. She ends up escaping them, and they all end up crashing on Earth. That's where the fight continues. One of the things that she keeps seeing over and over in her head with Annette Bening is this Project Pegasus, and she runs into Nick Fury, or as I would say, they kind of run into each other. Nick Fury is a young S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and she wants to know more about this stuff. And there's not a whole lot of time for the development. It's kind of just, we're at the point now in these Marvel movies where you should know everything that's going on. So the movie's very fast-paced. So they get together, they're learning about Project Pegasus, and what they find out is that Annette Bening's character that was a part of her life was actually a Kree warrior named Mar-Vell, which was really cool. And we find out too that the Skrulls are not the bad guys, but they're not necessarily the good guys. They're kind of the losing side of a war, but after you've lost, you just want to be left alone. We just want to do our own thing. We just want to have our own world, and we just want to live our lives, and that's what you find out. And while Mar-Vell was on Earth, she got a hold of the Tesseract and was trying to develop the technology from it to basically warp the Skrulls to another end of the galaxy to where they can just be left alone and live their life and not face basic extinction by the Kree. Well, she ends up being betrayed by Rog, and when Vers finds all this out, then she becomes her, she learns that basically the Kree have lied to her, they've held her back, and she ends up becoming much more powerful, like full binary Captain Marvel. So the big battle at the end ends up winning. The remaining Skrulls are sent to where they can, be at their new home. She tells the Kree, back off, otherwise you're basically going to be seeing me again. And I think that'll kind of set up maybe a Captain Marvel too. But the cool thing is she hands Nick Fury a pager, and I won't tell you about kind of the joke on that scene because it goes back to the beginning. I'll let you guys watch that. But she hands him a pager, and she tells him, hey, only in emergencies. So that's where, we're going to get to Endgame. But then it also ends with Nick Fury sitting at a desk, and he's talking to Coulson, and he's basically saying, look, we're learning about all these threats now. We thought they were here on Earth, but they're actually up there in space and the stars, and we need to develop a team. And that was the birth of the Avenger Initiative. And then there's also something really cool with how the words the Avenger Initiative happen. I'll let you guys see that. So now let's go to the post-credit scene. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video are waiting for this moment. So you have Captain America, Cap's there, Black Widow, Rhodey, and Bruce. And the thing I noticed first is that Cap's got his beard, not like the Endgame trailers we've seen. So clearly this is right after the snap. This has got to be within days or maybe a week or two. They have Nick Fury's pager. They've got it hooked up to some power supply to where they're trying to keep it going. And all of a sudden the pager stops. and they're asking Bruce to keep it going, and Bruce warns them, well, we don't even know what this is, and you want me to keep powering this thing that's sending some signal to God knows where. And Black Widow tells him, well, yes, because Nick, right before he died, clearly wanted whoever was on the other end of this, so it's of huge importance, so let's keep it going. And then right as they're getting ready to power it back up, they turn around, and there she's standing, Captain Marvel. Everybody in the audience went nuts, and she says, where's Fury? And here we go. So now we'll see how that all ties into Endgame, but it makes me also think that the Endgame trailer, the first one that came out, when Black Widow was talking to somebody saying Thanos wiped out half of all living creatures, I think she's talking to Captain Marvel. But we'll see how that plays out. Definitely go check out the movie. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know your thoughts below. Later.